Hey, I think I got it to work. How's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving yesterday. If you celebrate, happy Black Friday today. I have been Black Friday shopping, which I don't normally do, but hello. But it's my daughter's birthday, so we live in the middle of nowhere. We went out to the city and I took her shopping for her birthday. So it was fun. So we're just getting back and I'm a little like flustered here. I'm excited to show you some really fun pieces, and I'm even going to do a little styling demo. So you'll have to let me know when you get on. If you don't know me, I'm Lacie Rodriguez, and I started losing my hair about 20 years ago. I was 19 and in college, super stressful time in my life. I lost a lot of hair. I had a lot of doctors tell me that it would grow back and that it was no big deal. And then lo and behold, it never did grow back. So here we are. I've been wearing toppers for 8 years now, I think. And they've completely changed my life. As dramatic and cliche as that sounds, it's the truth. So hello. Say hello when you get on. We have some really exciting things to talk about, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a styling demo. We've got some fun pieces. Hi, Carlota. Hello. And Wigs has some great sales right now for Black Friday. So when you can get up to 30% off. That's their Black Friday sale. And then 10 lucky winners tonight are going to win, people from this live are going to win a Dyson straightener. So I wish I had one to show you. I tried to get one. It didn't get here in time. So you know what a flat iron is, a straightener is. 10 of you are going to win one. And those are expensive. Anything from Dyson is expensive. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. Hello, Anne Marie from New Jersey. Hello. And I don't know the other name, but hello. Laurie, hello. I hate it when I don't know how to pronounce your names. So Patty from Hair Topper School. Hello. She's in my membership. Hi, Patty. And Sandy. Hi, guys. Okay, well, I'm really excited to get started. So you guys can hit me with any questions at any point. I'm more than happy to answer. If I miss your question, ask it again. But I have lots of pieces from Wigs that I would love to show you. And then I'm going to do a styling demo because a lot of Wigs pieces, especially some of the newer ones, have the Burmese hair texture. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's basically just a wavy hair texture. So like this. It air dries wavy. It's got a little bit more frizz to it. And some people love it. It can look really pretty if it's worn on purpose, right? In fact, I just did a video about how you shouldn't have to change your bio hair texture in order to wear toppers. And I've heard a lot of women, hi, Cindy. I've heard a lot of women who have wavy hair and they feel like they have to straighten it in order to wear a topper because wavy toppers are actually kind of hard to find. And that's really unfortunate and kind of a tragedy because I love wavy curly hair. So I have been playing around with styling this Burmese hair wavy, and it's super pretty. It is super pretty. But then it can also be straightened or blown out and curled. Hi, Kristen and Dana. Hi from Maryland. Hello. So I'm going to show you how I do that because it can be a little tricky if you're unfamiliar, but I'm going to show you how you can straighten that. Like this, for instance, is Burmese hair, and I have straightened it and then curled it with a curling iron, and it can do any kind of style you want. So you can wear it wavy, or you can wear it straight, or you can curl it, however you want to do it. It's super, super versatile. So it's just a matter of knowing how. And I also have some really specific products that I like to use, so I'll show you those as well. So if anybody right off the bat has any questions about a particular topper or you want to see a particular topper, please let me know and I will for sure pull it out. But I'll start with what I have on. This is the Airy Elegance closed lace. So this is one of Wigs toppers that they have two different versions of. This is the closed lace version. So this is all of the hand-tied area, okay? And Patty, I have a quick one about a purchase I want to make tonight. LOL. Hit me with it, Patty. Let's talk about it. Terry, been watching your recorded videos. So excited to be at your live. Terry, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Good deal. So hit me with any questions, okay? The Airy Elegance they have the closed lace version, which looks like this, and it is meant to be blended with your bio hair, okay? So you want to use your own hair here at your hairline to blend this and make it look natural. They also have the lace front version, and that looks identical, except for the edge of this, the lace, has this raw lace edge. And this is meant to sit in front of your hairline, so you don't blend your hair with it. You sit it in front, and it will recreate a hairline for you. So I can show you both of those. Brenda, what is the difference in the thickness of the cap of a Savannah topper and the Aura? Oh, really good question. They're very different. So let me show you that one next. Okay, Brenda, I'll show you that one next. Hi from Southern Illinois. Hi, Jackie. Kristen, how does it feel in Florida weather? Oh, I'm not in Florida, girl. I am in Utah. So it's actually been a pretty nice day. It was really cold this morning, but it's been pretty nice. So the Airy Elegance, like I said, they have the closed lace or the lace front. The lace front needs, the one with the raw lace edge, that needs to be glued down, or they have like a halo wire, I can show you that later, which will hold the lace taut to your skin. And like I said, it will recreate a hairline for you. Hello from Singapore. Oh my goodness. Hi. The closed lace topper though, this one will blend with your bio hair. And this is a 6.5 by 7 inch topper. So it's what I would consider like a medium. This is such a good size if you're just starting out and you don't want too much hair. I really, really love this size. It's just a little bit of hair. It's not like a huge difference, but it gives you the coverage where you need it. And you can, like, I always want to blend this with a little bit of fibers for me, but there's no clips or combs here at the front. So it's pretty flat on its own. And you just need a little bit of bio hair to blend with it because the cap is really thin. And hi, Poised Jelly from LA. Hello. Terry, does the color truffle brown have too much of a red cast? Ooh, good question. Let me find my truffle brown and I will show you. So truffle brown, I consider it like a dark medium, if that makes sense. A dark medium brown. I have seen on the website, it looks very red, like very warm. But I have several truffle browns. I don't feel like they pull super red. They pull a little bit warmer than the espresso. But like and it will oxidize over time. Over time, it will turn warmer. But I don't know. Mine looks pretty neutral. Like, I don't know. It looks very red on the website though. And I have like 4 truffle browns and I feel like they're all pretty close to this, which is just kind of a darker medium brown. What if there lot of hair loss on top, head, and thin hair due to a serious autoimmune? Yeah, so that's where it comes down to just getting the right size. You don't want to go too small because if you get something that is too small, you'll end up with some like undue stress on your bio hair. So my hair is so gross today, you guys. I'm sorry. I've been shopping and running and sweating all day. So if I were to wear something that was like this small, can you see I'd be like clipping into the thinnest part of my hair, and that's not going to be very strong hair, and I'm probably going to break it or pull it out. I definitely want to be clipping in more around here where I have more hair to clip into and it's healthier and my head just can hold up more of the weight. So if you have a lot of thinness on top, you just want to go up in size. And I can wear anything larger. I can always go like up in size. I just don't want to get too small. Okay. Oh, Patty, you deleted your message. Shoot. Hit me with it again. Any shorter wigs? So mine are a little bit longer, most of them, but they do have 12 inches. And that's the shortest I think that Uniwigs goes. I don't know if they have anything under 12, but you can always have it cut. I always have mine cut or trimmed, but they don't like to carry too short of wigs and toppers because then they work for less people, you know? So 12 inches is the shortest one, I think. Sure, Terry, you're welcome. Humble Chips. I wish Uniwigs would make some pieces that are much lower density. LOL. They look beautiful, but are way too much hair for me when I'm not used to wearing a topper. This is the most common thing I hear all the time. So let's talk about density, you guys. Density, there's so many things that really factor into it. This is actually a lower density topper. If you're looking for something to start with, I don't know, have you tried Humble Chips? Have you tried the Airy Elegance? Because this is such a great starter piece because it's not super small, so it's still really comfortable for most people, but it is really such a small amount of hair. Like, I don't know if you can, like, it's not a lot of hair, okay? And everything's gonna feel like a lot when you first put it on, but I think this one's a lot easier to get used to. I'll be honest, if you get something with too low of a density, it actually just doesn't blend very well. Like if you go too low in density, you're gonna end up, the part is gonna look like it's too thin. It's gonna look like you're thinning. So you don't wanna go too low in density either, but I hear you. Most people are like, they put one on and a lot of them are higher in density. So I would say the Airy Elegance is a really good place to start if you're worried about it being too much. I tried Breeze, but not Airy Elegance. Breeze, I think it's called, seems like way too much hair. Yes, that's a super common. I don't want to call it a mistake because you could still wear the Breeze. Like there's nothing wrong with the Breeze. It's just that it's super common for people to get like a larger one like this. I'm trying to find the right one. I'm sorry, guys. I have so many here that I have kind of a mess. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I have not washed this one. That's okay. I wore it to the beach. I'll have to show you what it looks like after the beach. This is the Breeze and this is the Airy Elegance. There's a huge difference in size and amount of hair overall. So that's something you want to pay attention to. The Airy Elegance is a really good starter piece. It's a low density, but it's also just like a smaller cap. It's 6.5 by 7 inches. So if you're looking for something lighter density, there's going to be a huge difference between the Breeze and the Airy Elegance, okay? The Airy Elegance is 8.5 by 9 inches. So it's the same density actually, but there's a larger cap. So there's more hair on the cap itself. So let me put this one on. This one I've just kind of air dried so you guys can see the that Burmese texture. And I still love this piece, but it has significantly more hair than the Airy Elegance. So just keep that in mind. Cap size has a lot to do with how much hair is on it, okay? So this is the Breeze, just like air dried naturally. I don't even have any product in this. Oops, I got some loop-de-loops here. So the Breeze, this is the closed lace Breeze, and then they also have the lace front, which is the one I wore to the beach. Forgot to wash, sorry. But the lace front, remember, just like the Airy Elegance, they're basically like sister toppers, the Airy Elegance and the Breeze, and they each have both versions. The closed lace, which blends with your bio hair, and the lace front, which is the open lace that will recreate a hairline for you. Breeze is larger, Airy Elegance is smaller, okay? Did you send your Breeze for haircut or leave it as it is? I don't think this one's been cut. I'm trying to remember. It came with some face framing layers. I may have had a few more face framing layers added because I always like to add a little bit more, but it's mostly the same cut. She may have cut a little bit more layers into it, but it's not much of a difference. And mine is the 14-inch and the color is truffle brown. So just know that these like highlights here in the front, this is my bio hair. I've got some highlights in my bio hair, but even though the truffle brown is darker, I feel like it just looks like I've got some highlights on the front. Like it just, I don't know, I feel like it blends just fine. Oh, thank you. It looks so natural. It does. But again, this is going to be a lot of hair if you are just barely starting out and you're scared of it being too much hair. The Breeze is going to be a lot more hair than the Airy Elegance. Terry, I don't have any balding, just overall thinning, especially at the end. So I should go with 130 density. It's really just a personal preference. So 130 density is going to be like what the Courtney is. I can show you that one. But again, it's just going to vary a lot. As far as when you're talking about all over how much hair is on a piece, it's going to vary a lot depending on cap size, the actual density that's listed, and the hair texture. So I think it's just a personal preference, Terry. If you just have overall thinning, I wear everything from 110% density all the way up to like 150. It just really depends on what your preference is and what style you're going for. Okay, so I did this is the closed lace Breeze. Let me see. Brenda, what are the pros and cons of wearing a wig versus a topper? Ooh, this is a good one. I hate it when people are like, oh, that's a good question, but I say it all the time because they are good questions. So there are so many, and a lot of it comes again down to personal preference. So I prefer toppers generally. I like having a wig as an option, but I prefer toppers. I just have a really flat head and I struggle with wigs. They don't sit snug on me. I have like weird measurements. So it's really hard for me to find a wig that fits well enough to stay put. And then even if it fits well and snug, it still over time will like hike up in the back. And I don't like having to like tuck up all my hair underneath it. I get hot really easily. I'm very like sensitive to sensory things. Like I'll get itchy. Now, I have tons of friends. Don't let that scare you away from a wig, because I have tons of friends who much prefer a wig over a topper. A lot of reasons somebody wouldn't want to wear a topper is if they are super sensitive to the clips, which can happen for sure. Or if you're just like done trying to blend your bio hair, or you don't want it to have to match your bio hair. And then of course a wig would be easier. So there's tons of options and tons of reasons one way or the other, but those are just kind of the big ones. But I think it's nice to have both if you can swing it. You guys, I just want you to know I have hives and I have no idea where they came from. I had these for 3 days and they won't go away. No idea. Aretha toppers available? I don't know Aretha toppers. I'm sorry. Have you ever worn your Airy with only halo wire? I'm sensitive to clips. Oh, Decent Moose. Let me show you guys the halo wire on the Airy Elegance. I have worn it with the halo wire, but I usually still wear the back clips. So, God, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding these pieces. I like the halo wire, and I'm going to show you guys because it's really nice if you are sensitive to clips. It also makes it so that the topper sits flat even without glue. Because remember, I talked about, where is my piece? I talked about how the lace front needs glue. Sorry about that. I finally found it. It needs glue or tape to sit flat in the front, but all of them now come with these little loops. Mine, I sewed my own on, so they're pink. Sorry, but normally they're going to be like brown. And then it comes with this little removable string. So all the toppers come with this now. You can try it and see if it works for you, and it helps you to go without clips. Now, I think you still need the back clips. Like you can usually go without the front ones, which tend to be the ones that cause issues for some people, but the back ones you're still going to want. So let me show you how to put this on. It's really easy. Again, these are just removable. So they're like a bra strap hook, right? You can hook it in and out of these little loops. And then you adjust this. It's like a stretchy silicone rubbery band. And you adjust that to the tension so that it kind of sits tight on your head. So let me show you how that works. Sorry. And then I promise I will get back to the questions I'm missing. Brown eyes, I need a consultation. You can check out my consultation services on my own website. It's lacierodriguez.com/consult. And I can help you pick out a good topper. I recommend tons of Uniwigs toppers. Okay, so this is what you do. You put this on, you face it away from you like this, so that this is the hairline. Remember, this is the raw lace edge, and I've cut it. It'll come long, but I've cut it like on kind of a jagged shape there. And that helps it so that when you glue it down, it will sit flatter and be less visible. So I put this on and it goes around the nape of my neck. Then I can let my hair out, my bio hair, and it'll just sit over that string. And then I flip it back. Now remember, the lace front, this one is meant to recreate a hairline for you. So I don't have any of my hair showing in the front. This is all from the topper. Now, when I have that on, hi Phyllis, that lace actually sits really flat. Okay. I'll show you in a minute what it does when it doesn't have a halo wire, but that'll recreate hairline for you. You're still going to need the back clips. Otherwise it's just not secure enough. It could shift or move or whatever. But once you get the back clips, which again, usually don't bother people, it's usually just these front ones. You really don't need them with the halo wire. And then you can pull out your own hair around the edges, your bio hair, like that. So you still have like some hair at your temple areas. You don't have to, but if you have some, you might as well incorporate it, right? And now I've got a secure fit. The lace is sitting flat. It's super natural looking, and I don't have to blend any of my bio hair. So that's kind of like one of the, a lace front will give you a lot of the ease that a wig will, in that you don't have to blend your hair here, right? Hello, Teresa. So that's what a halo wire does. Again, you're gonna need the back clips, but you can go without these front ones if you want to. So if the clips are bothering you or they're in like a sensitive area, just use the halo wire and then clip in the back, the clips in the back, and you should be good to go, comfortable and secure. Now I'm gonna show you what happens with the lace if you don't use the halo wire and if you don't glue it. Now, if you glue it, of course, it'll sit flat. That's the whole point of glue. And glue makes it extra secure. That's when I love to use this one as an updo topper when I have it glued down, because I can pull it up. I can do like a top knot, and it's so cute. And I get to use like all my natural hairline back here, so it looks really natural. But this is like glued down, and it's super comfortable. So there's no pulling on the clips, even when I pull my hair up. But let me take this halo wire off so I can show you what it looks like without that. So remember, I told you this is removable. It's just like a little bra clasp. God, I'm not doing a very good job here. Okay, that's what that looks like. So I'm just gonna undo that. Okay, now this is what it would look like without the halo wire, and I'll show you. I'm gonna just like clip it on like you do. Remember, sit it in front of your hairline. And then I'm gonna do these. Teresa, I just ordered the Breeze 16 inches closed lace. I'm a little nervous. Oh, that's exciting. Congrats. I love that one. It's so pretty. What color did you get? Now, if you guys missed it from the beginning, there's gonna be 10 winners from people who ordered tonight during this live, that are gonna win a Dyson straightener. That's like almost a $600 value. So hopefully if you put in your orders during this live, you'll be entered into that. And I hope that the odds are in your favor. Hello, Mama Maria. Okay, now this is this is the Airy Elegance lace front. And this color is called Moose Brown, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Moose Brown. So you've got some like warm caramely highlights in a medium brown base. And I would say the brown is pretty neutral, and then the caramel highlights are warmer. Anyway, this is what the lace looks like if it's not glued down or if you don't use the halo wire. So it doesn't have any clips or combs, so it's just gonna float there and it's gonna flap, okay? That's why you need the halo wire. Did you see how flat it was with the halo wire? I'm telling you, it works so well. Ooh, Moose Brown, that's the color you got. Awesome. Yes, I hope you love it. I love this color. Everybody loves this color. My mom loves this color. My mom has her topper in this color. Everybody loves this color. Oh, thank you, Small Toes. Thanks for being on. Okay, excuse me. Okay, I promised somebody that I would show you the difference in the caps between the Savannah and the Aura topper. So I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. But I hope that the halo wire explanation helped, because I know that that's confusing for people, but it's such a cool feature and I love that it's removable. So if you don't love it, just take it off. Okay, so we have the Aura topper. I'm gonna go over that one first, then I'll show you the Savannah, okay? This is the Upgrade Aura. Again, super popular piece. It's a really low density, so we're getting into density again. This is 110%. The one I just showed you is 120%. So don't let this trip you up, because this is still gonna have a little bit more hair because the cap is a little bit bigger, okay? So this is the Aura. I'm gonna try to show you kind of how much hair it has. It's also the Burmese texture. So pretty much all of these have the Burmese texture now, which again, air dries wavy, but you can straighten it out, smooth it out. It just takes some more work. This is a skin top, which gives you this like ultra realistic scalp. Like this is so crazy. I still am like amazed how they can do this. It absolutely looks like a scalp. There are no visible knots. This is why people love this one. Yes, it should come with a halo wire. I'm pretty sure all of them now come with a halo wire if you want to try it, if you want to use it. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the price on the screen, $269. That is insane. That is insane for toppers right now. This is a great question, Decent Moose, and I hope Wigs will answer. Does the return policy still apply during Black Friday sale? I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes. I'm pretty sure it does. But if Wigs, if you guys want to correct me if I'm wrong, please do. Okay. Now, so this one has a comb in the front and then it's got clips around the perimeter. You can part it anywhere within this space because this is the hand-tied area. But what's different about silk tops and skin tops is that they are not breathable. So you can't see the light, the air doesn't pass through these. It's because there are a few layers of different material to hide the knots. Like that's the only way they can hide those knots so that you get that really realistic scalp. Okay, Martha, that's what I'm doing right now is comparing the Savannah and the Aura. So this is the Aura. And this is a skin top. So it's machine made. And the only weird thing about this one is if you scratch it, I don't know if you guys can hear it on camera, but it sounds a little plasticky. Again, nobody's going to be hearing you scratching it, but just so you know, so you're aware, if you're familiar with silk tops, this one feels a little different. But I'm going to just like wiggle that in. And mine is in the color truffle brown. So remember, like, even though it doesn't quite match my hair color, I've got some highlights in the front. They just kind of blend in with the rest of the topper and it looks fine. Oh, thank you, Uniwigs. So yes, your regular return policy applies and you can find more about the return policy details. They've just linked it there. So if you want to check that out, but yes, same return policy applies. My hair is so thin from using the clips from toppers. What do you recommend? Oh, Sherry, I'm so sorry. It's hard to say without like seeing what your bio hair looks like and where the damage is. But most of the time, I would say you just want to go up in cap size and then maybe try the halo wire and see if that helps. It really just depends on the situation. But usually going up in size and something that's a lower density is going to be lighter weight and less damaging for you. So the Aura would feel hotter. Yes, it's going to feel hotter than like one of those closed lace toppers or lace front toppers we just looked at. It is going to be warmer because it's not as breathable, right? But I'll tell you, I really believe that the amount of hair has way more to do with how hot it is than the cap. It's not that different from like wearing a baseball cap or something. Okay, so this is the Aura. This is the longer length. I think this is the 18-inch. It's super pretty. Do you guys want to see the back? I'm going to show you kind of the transition because this one has a really thin cap considering for a silk top, they are notorious for having thicker caps. This one is very thin comparatively. Okay, so it's got a little bit of a transition there, but if you just get a little bit of lift in your bio hair here in the front, you can blend it beautifully and nobody's going to clock it, right? Okay, so this is the Aura. Again, this is a lower density piece, but it does have that fluffy texture. So it can still feel like more hair than it actually is, but it's going to be lower than pretty much any other silk top I've seen. So it actually works really great as a pony topper. If you can, depends on how much hair you have and how comfortably you can wear it pulled up. But I have a friend who, this is like her pony topper. She wears it in a ponytail all the time. She's a server and she's like, it's my favorite pony topper. So it's another great one. Does the color truffle brown have red highlights? No, Mama Maria. It has a little bit of a red undertone, which does not show up very well unless you're like in the sun. Like you really can't see it in this lighting. It does have a little bit of a red undertone, but they're not like red highlights. It's a solid color basically. I mean, it looks really natural, but there's no highlights. It's not dimensional. I know the scalp looks so natural, right, Linda? It's wild. Wild. I do not have a natural black color to show. I'm so sorry, Hopeful Berry. The only colors I have are moose brown, truffle brown. I have a light moose brown and a vanilla butter blonde. Anybody want to see a vanilla butter blonde? Oh, we don't have that in this topper. Let me show you the Savannah and then I'll show you. So the Aura cap is thinner than the Savannah. So for anyone who was wondering about that comparison, that is like one of the main differences. The Savannah also is a larger cap. I'll show you that. And it's got a higher density. So this is 110% density, which is super low, especially for a skin top or a silk top. All right, Savannah. Where'd she go? God, could I just get organized here? Here we go. Okay, I also let this one air dry, and then I started to style it straight for you guys last time, and I never did quite finish. I'm terrible. I thought I was so prepared tonight, but it's my daughter's birthday and we were shopping all day. Okay. This is the Savannah. So this is just like a traditional silk top. It looks kind of similar to the Aura because it still has that like really realistic scalp, right? But the biggest difference is that this one's cap is quite a bit thicker. So it's just like a different kind of construction. And you're welcome, Mama Maria. Let's get you off of here. I don't know. Can I remove people? I don't think I can. Oh, dang it. Okay. We got a creeper. So this one has a comb as well. It's got clips around the edges, but the cap itself, especially in the hand-tied area, is just a little thicker. So this one's a little bit harder to hide. You need a little bit more hair in the front sometimes to hide these. And it's quite a bit larger. So it's going to have more hair and it's a higher density too. This one is 130% density. But see how pretty these waves are? Like this one I kind of started to straighten. Sorry, it's like not styled super consistent here. Which one is my smallest cap? That would be my smallest one from Wigs is the Airy Elegance. It's 6.5 by 7 inches. I'm sure they have something a little smaller than that, but that's like such a good starter size. So this one is the Savannah. So this one, again, is going to have a significant amount of hair. It's a 9 by 9 cap, and the Aura is a 7.5 by 7.5. Oh, Wigs, we have a new 3 by 4 inch full hand tied lace mini topper. Oh, okay. So they just put that one up, Valora. Awesome. So check that one out if you're looking for the smallest one you can get, 3 by 4 inches. Okay. This Savannah has a lot of hair on it. So if you're looking for like a lot more body, this one's fantastic. I've done some really fun, like updo, like half updos and like some fun, like braid kind of updos and stuff because you have a lot of hair to play with. So this one's also really versatile and I have tons of layers cut into it. So when it's curled, it's super, super pretty too. Do you have the hairline topper? I don't. I'm so sorry. I don't have a hairline topper, but they look so cool. I really would love to have one to show people. And let me show you a blonde color, okay? Decent Moose. This is the Vanilla Butter Blonde. This is the Courtney topper. I'm going to show you that one in a minute because I'm going to do a styling demo on that one for y'all. But this is the Upgrade Courtney, and this is the color Vanilla Butter Blonde. So it's a really pretty ashy blonde with kind of like, it's not a super dark root. Like it's not a huge contrast, but it's a nice, like, I don't know what you call it, like a modern looking root. It's really well done. Okay. This is actually the color my sister has. She loves this one. So this is Vanilla Butter Blonde. Can you have custom changes? Dipsy Bird, you should be able to. Yes. A lot of times, Wigs can do some custom orders. They're usually like final sale, but just reach out to them and they're usually super helpful about doing custom changes for you. The largest lace breeze. Yes, I showed that one a little earlier, but let me show it again. Because now we're looking at larger toppers. Like the Savannah I have on is 9 inches, 9 by 9. And then the breeze topper is another larger one. It is 8.5 by 9. So the biggest difference between the two is that this one is lace. It's a closed lace. They also have the lace front. And then this one is the Savannah, and it's going to be a thicker cap, but you get that really realistic scalp. And the breeze has got a little bit of visible knots. I'm going to try to put it on my head so you can see what it looks like when it's on your scalp. I don't know if you can see it in the lights. People always stress about seeing the knots, but I promise you nobody clocks them. They are not visible once they're on your head. Okay. Why does the Savannah cost so much more? Because it has so much more hair. It's a larger cap. It's got more density as well. And it's a hand-tied. The Aura is machine made. And that's one of the reasons it's so affordable is that they created an affordable version of something like this and it's machine made. So this one is hand-tied by a human. So it's a lot more expensive for that reason. And when I say a lot, it's still pretty affordable. Right now on the screen, it's $5.50. So it's still like a really good price for a topper. Like most boutiques and other places you would find something like this, it would be closer to like $1,500 or more. Anyway, so it's still a great price, but it does have significantly more hair than the Aura, and it is hand tied. So I hope that makes sense. Pelucas cortas, rubio mediano con luces. Creo que van a buscar. Sorry, it's hard for me to switch. Que quiere pelucas cortas. 12 pulgadas es lo más corto que tienen. Y el color que está buscando, que rubio mediano con luces, es posible que va a tener que empezar con un color como este. Y un estilista le puede poner lowlights, que será como rubio poco más oscuro, y así se puede lograr el color que está buscando. Es que no van a tener todos los colores. A veces hay que llevarlo a un estilista. So I was just telling somebody they're looking for like a medium blonde with highlights. And sometimes you're not going to find the exact color that you need, but just know, err on the side of lighter, because you can always take it to a stylist and have them custom color it, but they can't highlight it, okay? You don't want to highlight any of these. Don't put bleach on them. So start with a color that's a little lighter and then have a stylist add low lights. And low lights are just like a darker color that they'll blend in with it. Like you could totally get a medium blonde with highlights, starting with this really light blonde color. They would go in and add like some darker blonde, maybe some medium brown, however dark you want to go. And they would leave out some of the lighter pieces. And that's how you would create that color that you're looking for. So start lighter and take it to a stylist. Do you have a salt and pepper topper? Christine, I don't have any to show you. You can reach out to Uniwigs. They don't normally list them on their website, but it's possible they could try. I don't know if they could make one for you or if there's a way you could have a stylist create that color for you. You're welcome, Dipsy Bird. You love the one I have on. It's such a nice one. It really is. And it's funny. I have so many that I'll put one on and be like, oh my gosh, I missed this one. So this is the Savannah. Okay, this is the Savannah. And then I was showing you the Breeze as well. So Savannah is going to be a little bit thicker than the Aura. And again, it's hand tied. It's going to have more hair because it's also a higher density. So I hope that cleared some of that up. Does the cut they all come with let you put the hair behind your ears? Most of them, yeah. Like most of them come with the face framing layers, which is so nice because I feel like every topper needs that. I don't know. I've never been able to put on a topper with really long hair in the front and felt like it looked natural. I feel like they all need face framing layers and I always have them cut into it. So I feel like with the face framing layers, you can usually put your hair behind your ear. Yes. Yep. All right. Should we look at the Courtney? Are you guys ready to see the Courtney? And then I could do a little styling demo here in a little bit because I did this on purpose. I really wanted to show you how versatile the Burmese hair is because you really have to know what you're getting into. If you don't, people get really surprised because this is what the toppers look like when they come. Here's a good example. This is another Aura topper in the color light moose brown. So if you're looking at the Aura and you want something that's a little lighter than the moose brown, this one has more caramel in it. But this is how it comes. Like it's got these face framing layers. See that? And look how sleek it is and soft. And it's just like, let me put this on so you can see it. It's got a different part than me, but we do have a gray hair topper, same base as the Upgrade Courtney topper. Oh, I didn't even know that. Sylvia, look at that. Sylvia Gray mono top. So it's a Courtney, it's the Upgrade Courtney topper, but it's listed separately and it's a gray one. So check that one out. Sylvia, she's got that up on the screen. That's awesome. So this is what the Aura looks like when it comes. See how sleek that is, right? You can, and it's got, these are what the layers look like. Oh, sorry, Doss, can you please help with my question? Hoping to get the Airy, but not sure it will blend with longer hair. Yes, I would say if you have like a decent amount of bio hair and you wear it long and then you want to blend in the Airy Elegance as a shorter layer, you should be able to do that. Okay, if your hair is super, super thin on the ends, it might not work as well. But if you have like a decent amount of hair, it should work. So I don't know. That's a really vague answer. I'm sorry. Don't forget, you guys, that if you are ordering during this live, you will be entered to win. 10 winners are going to win the Dyson straightener. It's almost $600 value. So keep that in mind. But I'm sorry, that's not a super helpful answer, but hopefully, I think so. What's the color code for light moose brown? Ooh, let me look. It should be on here. 504, 505R. 505R. Okay, so this is how they come. So people get a little confused when you wash them, and then suddenly they look like this with all these waves, right? This is the natural texture of the hair that you'll see after you wash it. So I wanted to show you how versatile it is, because you can totally wear it. The length of that one was 14 inches. The light moose brown Aura I had on. So you can straighten them out. You can, that's what I did with the front and sides of this one. I straightened it and then I curled it. Okay, but I've left the back wavy so that I can show you how you can still get this more polished and smooth and sleek style. Okay. All right. I'm going to put, this is the Upgrade Courtney, and this is the color, just the regular moose brown. Humble Chips. When I tried the hairline topper, it doesn't stay secure with just the halo wire and slides backwards. Oh no, I wish there was a piece with just a small amount of hair like the hairline topper, but that would cover your whole part from front to back. Check out that 3.4 or 3x4 inch topper that they had on the screen a little while. Valora, thank you. She just put it up there. Maybe look at that one and see if that will give you what you're looking for. Okay, so this is a mono top. Sorry, let me show you this. This is a mono top, the Upgrade Courtney. You can part it anywhere within this space, okay? It's a 7x8 inch topper. So this is another one that a lot of people really like. It's still a good starter piece, but it's more hair than the Airy Elegance. So if you're really going for low density, go with the Airy Elegance. But this one is a really good kind of in between the Airy Elegance and then the Breeze. So I haven't tried this on since I restyled this, but look how pretty. So you can totally smooth this out, but you can also style it with the wave, and it's also really pretty. So if you tell me in the comments if you have wavy hair naturally, and if you ever wear it wavy. Do you like to wear your hair wavy, or do you always straighten it? I want to know, because I just know that I've had a lot of clients who have naturally wavy hair, but they feel like they have to straighten their bio hair in order to wear a topper, because wavy hair is harder to find. And that makes me really sad. Because it's also really hard to recreate a natural wave, you know? Excuse me, sorry. Poise Jelly, mine is wavy. I always wear it wavy. Oh, good. Well, I think you might love the Burmese hair then. So I'm going to show it to you. If you check out my last reel, you'll see when it's styled wavy with I use curl products and a diffuser, and you can coax quite a bit of wave out of it. But today I'm going to show you how to straighten it in case anybody wants that. Have curly, and it is hard to get the right curl pattern. Decent Moose, I can totally hear you on that. And this is where a little bit larger cap can really be your best friend, because it's easier to mesh your bio hair and your topper when you have a larger cap. It's easier to blend, genuinely, because it's going to be covering more of your bio hair. So if you cannot find the right texture or the right curl pattern, just try to find something that's close enough, and maybe just make sure that your cap is large enough to give you a full layer of coverage, and then it should blend fine, okay? If you are trying to get a really tiny topper and then try to match that with your bio hair, that's where you're going to really run into issues, because it's going to have to have a really close texture match, almost perfect, or it's going to be more noticeable. Does that make sense? This is where a larger cap, that's one of those things that a larger cap will solve, is that it will give you more coverage so you don't have, same with color. If you can't find the right color and you're really struggling, I can get away with lots of different colors, or a whole spectrum of color, as long as I'm wearing something with enough hair on it to really cover most of my bio hair that I'm not really seeing that much of it. Is that making sense? Can you share some winter care tips, how to avoid the static? Oh my gosh, yes. We're going to get into that when I do the styling demo here in just a minute, because the static is insane. I live in Utah and it is so dry. And I feel like every day I'm brushing out toppers, I have to like put stuff on them to keep the static down. So we'll talk about that for sure. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly. Sorry. Hi, I love wavy. I'm trying to buy a wig from your account or discount. Oh, awesome. Yes, wavy is the way to go. Okay. If you love wavy hair, Burmese hair, I mean, is the way to go. Oh, you need help. Well, just let me know, what do you need help with? Should we get into the styling demo and we can talk about the static and keeping the frizz down, because winter is so dry for a lot of people, especially if you live anywhere cold and you've got like the furnace going and the heater, like the hot air going all the time. It can be a nightmare and make your hair really staticky and just dried out. Okay. What's the difference between Uniwigs topper and silk or lace? There's tons of differences, Helpful Berry. Their cap design is different. The hair texture is different. There's just a lot of differences. They're just like two totally different companies meant for like different budgets, different preferences. I mean, I love both of them though. I think they're both great companies. So I'm going to put this on a cork mannequin head. I'm going to have to lower you so you can see here. Hold up. Let me lower my light too. Sorry, guys. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay. I've got a lot of frizz here because I was trying to, I tried to diffuse it so it would dry a little bit because it was too wet. Okay, I'm going to pin this into this cork mannequin head so that I can blow dry it. And I like to pin right through the clips. And I'm just using, they're all bent out of shape, but these are like quilting pins. These work really well. I just get these on Amazon or at like any kind of little department store. Okay, and I usually do 4. Let me see. Brenda, I've never worn my toppers wavy because it's not very pretty. So I don't know if I need to use more products on it. It just looks messy, but it might also be the extra layers I had cut in. Okay, Brenda. So I don't know. I have a lot of layers in mine, but I still really love it wavy. I think just getting the right product on it can really help tame the frizz. Because wavy textures do tend to get kind of frizzy, especially if you're touching it a lot or messing with it. So I've just learned to use really good, like just curly products. And I don't know, I use one, where is it? It's called, oh my gosh, I'm not going to know where it is. It's like a mousse. It's like a mousse. It works well. I don't know. There's a ton of curly products out there. So find one online that has good reviews. That's what I do. Go with that. I wish I could remember. It's like whole lot of something. I don't know. Anyway, this is how I'm going to smooth it out. Okay. So it is mostly dry. So I'm just going to dampen. I'm going to actually move the parts I've already curled and straightened. I'm going to move these out of the way because I don't want to have to get them. I don't want to get this wet. So I'm going to take this section that is still wavy and it's still a little bit damp, but I'm just going to wet it a little bit. I like to let it air dry about 80%. So if I wash it and I'm going to straighten it and curl it, I like it to be about 80% dry before I start with a hair dryer. Because if you start from wet, it's just going to take forever to dry it and it's going to cause more damage. Also, I want it a little bit wet because my favorite product to use on it, oh no, please tell me I have it in here. Oh my gosh. I literally just used it, but I think I left it in the other room. Well, it is the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. I'm so sorry I left it in the other room, you guys. I thought it was on my cart. But I love that one in particular. It's Color Wow. So look for Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. It works amazingly. Yes, this is a 16-inch modern papaya. It works so well at smoothing out this Burmese texture. Okay, it's like, I swear to you, a hairdresser recommended it years ago and I still use it. So it's my favorite, but I left it in the other room. So we're going to work with this one and see what we think. This is the Moroccan oil, perfect defense. This is just a heat protectant, but the other one is like actually a smoothing product as well. Humble Chips, what is the glue that you use? Oh, I'll get into glue in just a minute, okay? I'll do this and then remind me about the glue question if I forget. So I'm just going to spray this down And when you use a heat protectant, you do want to use like, you want to get every section. Like the point is that it has to get on all the hair to, it basically just coats it to protect it from the heat. Okay, I'm going to use my hair dryer and a metal round brush. Metal is important because the heat is going to heat up the metal on the brush and it will smooth it out as we go, just like a hot iron would. Okay. And then when you blow dry it, you want to make sure that the air is going downwards. Don't be blow drying it like this or like all over, because you're going to get a lot of frizz if you do that, and it's just not going to smooth out very well. So sorry, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me over the dryer, but I'm using high heat and low air, like low speed. And that color wow is actually heat and tension activated. So you want to kind of pull down on the hair with the brush as you're blow drying it. And I like to wrap it around once like this, especially if it's longer, so that I can keep the tension and it's pulling the hair straight while I'm blow drying it. So I'm gonna do it one more time. It's almost dry. Oh, there goes my... I want to make sure this is tight. Human Fair Skin Base that's on sale today. Probably the Aura Topper. I can show it again in just a minute, okay? Okay, one more time here. Okay, I got that section. Let me go down to this section. It's just really important to keep it taut while you're going. I promise you that's going to help you straighten it so much easier. And when I blow the air on there, can you guys hear me over this? I'm sorry, I feel bad if I'm talking and you can't even hear me. But when I use this little attachment, this concentrator attachment on the blow dryer so that I have a lot of control. Oh, you can hear me, okay. So that I have a lot of control where the air is going, and I'm literally pointing it right at the brush. Because the point is to heat up the metal on the brush, and that's what smooths out the hair. Okay? So if you just tried to just blow dry this without a round brush, you're going to get a fluffy mess. I promise you. This is really important. So one more time. Okay, and then I've got one more section, but it's kind of wide, so I'm going to break it into two so that I can fit it on my brush. Remember, the air is blowing down and it's blowing onto the brush. And you want to go kind of slow because, again, you're heating up the metal and the metal is smoothing out the hair. But do you see just like how much smoother it is just from like even that one pass? Look at that. All right, one more section here, and then I can show you how I curl it. And then this one will be all styled. So this is the before. Oops, hold up. Take your time, aim it at the brush. That was one pass. I usually do two. And you could totally straighten this completely straight if you wanted to. I'm kind of curling it under on the ends, but with a flat iron, I could just make this completely pin straight. See that? I know that people get really frustrated with this, but I'm telling you, it's really just a matter of like being patient, using, and if you really struggle with the coordination of a round brush and a hairdryer, because a lot of people do, so you are not alone if you do, there are like round brush hair dryers, which are like basically a round brush that blows air out of it. And that can work, but it's never gonna be as smooth as using a round brush with a hairdryer. So I really think it's worth learning and just practicing, but this will smooth it out better than anything else, I swear. The round brush, what are they called? Hot air brush, I think is what it's called. They blow air from the center of the brush outwards. And so that actually can like blow the hair in all directions. Remember how I was like, you want to keep the air going down? Those can blow the hair out, which can sometimes give it more of a fluff, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. But I really think having just a metal round brush and a hairdryer does a better job. So now I'm going to curl it real quick. Stevens just got on. Which one and color do you have on? This is the Upgrade Courtney, and it is the color Moose Brown. Okay. Do you need to apply extra oil after blow drying it? I always do, yes. After I blow dry it, I will add oil at the very end after curling it too. So I have my curling iron at 320. That's usually what I curl all my toppers with. And I'm just gonna start like right here, and I just get it to where it wraps all the way. This is a long barrel curling iron, so I can like wrap the whole thing. Try not to overlap them if you want like a consistent curl, like that. And then I like to switch directions. So I do one going clockwise, or one going counterclockwise, the next one going clockwise. I just like the way the texture looks, and especially with this piece, I don't know why, the way it's cut, I really like the alternating directions. Looks great, thanks. Let me see. I'm leaning toward the Airy Elegance for my first topper. I have medium dark ashy brown hair, 14 inches. Need help choosing best color match and length, and I like the idea of a darker root for blending. Any advice? Also worried about windy conditions. Oh, don't stress about windy conditions. No, none of these toppers are gonna fly off on you, promise. As far as the color match, you said ashy dark brown, right? Medium dark brown, ashy brown hair. Honestly, I think the truffle brown is probably the closest for you. And if it's too warm, you can always have it toned. You could have a stylist tone it a little ashier. Again, I feel like mine look pretty ashy unless I'm in the sun, and then you can see the red, which is honestly true for pretty much anything. But I think that would probably be the closest, in my opinion, just from the way you're describing it. Okay. Why is the Airy Elegance saying ponytail topper on the title? Oh, because it works so well for ponytails. I can show you guys that at the end if you want. I usually do. I usually wait till the end though, because I like to glue it on, so I can do like a gluing demo and show you how I use it in a ponytail, because it is such a good ponytail topper. When I'm curling, I also always brush out the section before I curl it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be curling in kinks. I'm going to be ironing them in. It's like when you're ironing a shirt and you don't stretch it out flat first, you're just like ironing in the wrinkles. You don't want to do that. So I let the curls cool for a second, because human hair, remember, well, all hair, honestly, even synthetic hair, when it's hot, you can still adjust it a little bit, but when it's cold, that's when it's set. Okay, so if you pull out the curls before they are cooled off, they won't last as long. They'll just go kind of straight. So I like to let them cool in this position before I brush them out, okay? And then I'll show you my oil. I've used lots of different oils, but this is a really good one. Can the Savannah be overnighted? Kath, Wigs, maybe you can let us know if they can overnight toppers. Moroccan oil, this is just their Moroccan oil treatment. They have like a light version too. If you're blonde, I probably would get the light version, because it does have a little bit of color in their oil. But I like to do a little bit of oil. like this. We're gonna count these curls as cooled. They're okay. And this is, so somebody asked if you put oil in after. I do, yes. Because remember, the hot air is gonna dry the hair out. You always wanna be adding more oil. I just get it all over my hands and then I finger comb through all of the curls. And then you can do like a little prayer motion where you like do this. Get it on both sides. Make sure you get it in the front. I wouldn't like put it right on top at first. I always start in the ends and then work my way up. But there we go. So this is still a little bit of a messier curl. You could totally do like a more polished style, but this is just what I like because I alternated the directions. But you can absolutely get pretty much any style with these. You just have to know how to style them and use the right products and techniques. Okay, let me pull you guys back up. Here we go. Okay, yes, as far as like overnighting and getting faster shipping, it really depends on the color and the length. So yeah, you'll have to see the processing time underneath each order. Okay, I'm gonna put on this Courtney, and I'm sorry, I know that you guys were asking questions and I couldn't hardly even see my screen. Do you use a texturizer for more volume? You totally can. Yes, if you wanted more volume, I have used like a texture spray before on toppers. I mean, remember, these ones are human hair, so you can wear, or you can use like any product you would use on your bio hair or any bio hair, you could totally use on here. Okay, so here it has just like, it's still a little bit staticky, right? And I just put oil in it. So here's the other thing I can do. Use like more of some kind of a treatment. Like this one is the Magic Night Serum from this company I can never pronounce. Okay, I got this at Sephora. Kerastase, I think. Kerastase. I have no idea. Anyway, something like this, which is a little heavier than just an oil. I've been using, there's like another one from Davro, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Anything that's going to be kind of like a leave-in treatment for hydration will also work. And this will add just like even a little bit more. What you need is for it to, number one, hydrate it, but also just like weigh it down a little bit. If it's too light, like if there's not any silicones on the hair or something, sometimes you'll just get more flyaways. So adding a product with some silicone, I don't know if this has it in there, but some products do, like that Color Wow does. That will also weigh it down a little bit so you don't have as many flyaways. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, I'm gonna put this on. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. Okay, so to blend, should we talk about blending a little bit? And then I told you at the end here, maybe in like another 30 minutes or so, I'll do the glue tutorial and show you an updo. So you want to make sure when you're styling your topper that you style the hair right here at the rim. You really want to style those roots forward. If you don't, if you blow dry everything backwards, I literally just had a woman in my office the other day and she was like, my topper looks terrible. I cannot blend it. I want to see if it'll show you. She was like, it looks awful. It won't blend with my bio hair. And it was literally doing this. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is exactly what it looked like on her head. And she was like, it just like, you can see where my hair ends and the topper begins. Has anybody ever seen this? Or have you ever styled your topper and it's doing this? I'm so glad you're not as nervous now, Teresa. I just want you to know this is super common and I used to do this all the time, but this is your fix for this problem. If you put your topper on, it's doing this after you've styled it. You're like, what in the crap is happening? Spray your fingers with a little water and then literally just push this hair down right here at the root, at the rim. Okay, you want this hair to go forward a little bit. Now this is still styled away from my face, but you really need a little bit of this to go forward. Look at that, like already, it's like night and day, right? It's like so dumb, but I swear I was doing this for years until I was like, why am I not blow drying this forward? That needs to be down, okay? Before you do the glue, can you show the skin-based topper in ash blonde or a little darker? Thank you, Susie. So the skin-based topper does not have, they don't have any blondes. I'm sorry, they don't offer it in blonde. The Savannah, I think, does, and that's a silk top. So check out the Savannah, and I can show you, but I don't have one in a blonde color right now. There we go. Like magic. Okay. Let's see how to blend the front hairline of the Upgrade Aura topper. Is that suitable for receding hairline? Carlota, the Aura topper really needs a little bit of hair, a little bit of your bio hair, just like I did here. You want to blend it with your own bio hair. A lace front is a better option if you have a receding hairline, because that will recreate a hairline for you and you don't have to worry about blending any of your bio hair. What would you suggest for a blonde with a darker root? Stevens, I think all of their blondes have a darker root pretty much. I only have one blonde on me right now. I really feel like all of their blondes are pretty, but this is the Vanilla Butter Blonde, and it has a little bit of a root. So this one, you can customize any of their blondes. You could pretty much get any blonde from what they offer. So even if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, just find like the next lightest shade. And usually you can start with that, and you can have a stylist tone it, or they can add low lights, and they can usually recreate the color that you're wanting just from starting with something a little lighter. Okay. So this is the Vanilla Butter Blonde. How do you get the hair to stop falling forward? My number one trick for that is to get face framing layers, and then you style, again, you want to have the hair going over the cap right here, but then you just want to style the hair away from your face. And if you have some layers, it makes it a million times easier. If all of this hair is this long, it's a lot harder to keep it from falling in your face. But once you have a little bit of layering, it lightens it up, and the hair is just lighter weight, and you can easily style it away from your face and get it out of there. You're welcome, Kathy. What's the name of the spray you just used, please? I didn't catch that. The spray, was it the heat protectant? Perfect Defense from Moroccan Oil? I wonder if that's the one you were thinking of. This is the spray I put on there. But normally I use the Color Wow Supernatural spray. Supernatural Dream Coat Supernatural spray. Just do Color Wow Dream Coat and you should be able to find it. Unfortunately, I left that in the other room. Normally I would use that. Okay. We've styled. Do you guys want to see the back now that I've styled it? I should have showed you the back. Can you see it? This is such a pretty topper, and it's pretty user-friendly. Again, it's gonna have more hair though than like the Airy Elegance. So I have had a few people, some people start with the Courtney and they're like, oh my gosh, it's perfect, I love it. Some people start with the Courtney and they're like, it's way too much hair. Even though again, it's really not a ton of density. It's just more like an average density, but it also has a little bit larger cap. So if you want something that is really low density, go with the Airy Elegance, like probably the closed lace topper. Unless you need to recreate a hairline, then do with the lace front. Do you measure the client head first before ordering a topper? Toppers are really forgiving when it comes to sizing. It's not like a wig. It doesn't have to fit you really snug and perfect. More what you're going with when you're looking for a topper size is you just want to make sure that you're clipping into healthy hair. So I wouldn't go, like me personally, I would not get a topper. Gross, I'm sorry. Dandruff or something. I would not get a topper that's like any smaller than about this big. I don't want to be clipping into this area. Head size has very little to do with it. If you have a very tiny head, you might want to err on a little bit smaller of a cap. Maybe don't do like a 9-inch cap. But like 6 or 7 inches is pretty universal. Like most people can wear a 6 or 7-inch topper. And it can be comfortable for most people. So unless your hair loss is very, very advanced, if your hair loss is worse than mine, as in like you really don't have any hair through here, then you would want to go with a larger cap, like a 9-inch or something. Yes, can you show me the silk one? Thank you, Susie. Yes, Susie, let me show you the Savannah again. Here, where'd it go? I really need a better organization system, and I say that every time I get on here. It's because they're all like the same colors. Here we go. They basically all look the same when they're on the stand. Okay, this is the Savannah 9x9. So if your hair loss is more advanced, even like than mine, I would say like significantly, like if you're like way down into here, a 9-inch cap will be really comfortable. So that's what this one is. It has a little bit thicker base, but look at the natural hairline on that. Let me see. Can I sew the base smaller if I've purchased a too large cap for me? I've heard of people doing that. I would not feel comfortable doing that. You really have to be careful. You don't want to ruin the integrity of the base and have it fall apart. So personally, I would not cut up a topper. I would rather just sell it and then buy one that's a smaller cap. Remember, you guys, you can resell your pieces. There are Facebook groups and companies that can help you resell your pieces, but I would much rather do that than try to cut it up because you just never know. Can I cut bangs on an Airy Elegance closed lace one? Absolutely. You can cut bangs on any of these that I've showed you. I still got oil on my hands, so we're going to rub it through this one. You can cut bangs on pretty much any of these toppers. So obviously I've had tons of layers cut into this one because it is a lot of hair, but I really like the body I get with it. You really make the wigs look realistic. They look so good on you. Thanks, Rudy. Thank you. And again, these are like, they're customized. I always have them cut. They come with some face framing layers, which is nice, but I always take it to my stylist and have it cut a little bit more. And I really think it makes a huge difference in how they look once they're on. Somebody's asking about measuring length. Perfect. So measuring length can be a little bit sticky. The way that the Uniwigs measures the length on their toppers is that they measure the strand length, which is a little different if you're going from like the middle part to the tips, which is how I think most of us, that's really the only way we could measure our hair. So if you measure from the middle part to the tips, this one measures like 17 inches. This was a 16-inch topper that I ordered. I want to make sure I get this right here. So they do usually sit a little bit longer than what the measurement says. So yeah, this one is 17 inches for me, but it was a 16-inch on the site. So they also have like a length guide, and that's like another rough estimate, but I would measure from the middle part to the tips and just know that their toppers are going to measure slightly longer, but it really just depends on the piece. It's confusing, I know. Did you show the upgrade Claire monotop lace front? Thanks. I haven't shown the Claire because they do have a Claire, but I don't have the same one. The one I have, they discontinued. It's very similar though to like the Airy Elegance, but I think the one they have right now, the Claire, is a little smaller, but it does have a lace front. So I'm sorry, I don't have that one. What do you suggest for someone who has a receding hairline? Rudy, also I part my hair on the side. You can part any of these on the side. So any of these you can part on the side, center, either side. If you have a receding hairline, I almost always would recommend a lace front because it will recreate a hairline for you. It'll sit in front of your hairline. And I'm going to do a demo of that here in a little bit and show you how you can glue that down, or you can use the halo wire. I missed the beginning of the chat. Can you try on the closed lace Airy Elegance? Yes, I will. Hello. They've got it up here. The 6x6 upgrade Claire monotop. I can show you mine. Mine is very old. I mean like 5 years old. But you guys, I was seriously obsessed with that Claire topper. Let me show it to you really quick, and then I'll show you the Airy Elegance again. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten any. I'm sure I haven't shown you the Breeze lace front because that's the one I wore to the beach and I haven't washed it yet. This is my Claire from 5 years ago. It's very oxidized, so it's turned pretty, it's like quite red. This started off as a medium brown color. I had bangs cut into it. Mine came with a halo wire permanently attached. But this is basically what mine looks like. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same as the Claire on the screen, the newer or the different one. Because mine is 6.5 by 6.5, but it's pretty close. This is the mono area. This is the lace front. Mine is not styled. I washed it and haven't styled it. But this was my favorite Updo topper for years, and I literally still wear it sometimes. So it looks crazy right now, but it actually has like the cutest cut when it's styled. Brunette toppers. Most of mine are brunette, Maria. So that's what I am trying to show here. So try to imagine this one styled, but it is really cute. And I love it when it's glued down. It is such a good updo topper. So I have some really old videos on like YouTube and all my other social media of doing updos with this one, and it is really cute. So the difference between this one and the Airy Elegance lace front is basically just that this is a mono top, which is a lot like lace, but it's not quite as fragile. So it's a little more durable. And then it still has the lace front. And I'm not sure, Wigs, maybe you can tell us what kind of lace it has on the front, because I know that this older Claire topper, the lace is not the Swiss lace, which is what the Airy Elegance and the Breeze have. And those are going to be more transparent on your skin. So it has 110% density. So that's lower density Chinese hair, which means it air dries straight. It's not the Burmese hair. Oh, and it has a regular lace front, which is, it's fine. But it's just not as invisible on the skin as the Airy Elegance is. Does the Claire come in black? I'm pretty sure it does. Doesn't it? Wigs, pretty sure. I think most of them come in black. So that's my really old one. But let me show you the Airy Elegance, because I know somebody was asking about that one again. If I put 3 toppers in my cart, does the Black Friday code apply to all 3 of them? I believe so. I believe so. Oh, I think not all of them. Are they all 30% off? I think they're all different, right? Wigs, not every one of them is 30% off, but I think most of them are discounted. I was going to show you real quick before I do the Airy Elegance again, because I want to glue that one on for you. I want to show you the Breeze that I wore to the beach, because I also wear this one up. I just got back a couple weeks ago from Mexico. I went with my sister, and I knew I wanted to bring this one because I like that it has a lot of hair on it. It's the Breeze. And so I can actually do a really, really cute and really full top knot with this one. And I love wearing it with a hat that has like a hole in the top. So I wore like a beach hat that it's like a visor sort of, that had like a hole in the top. And I wore this. So this is the Breeze with the lace front. And I loved it with my hat at the beach, but it's a mess from wearing it to the beach. The toppers are on different discounts during Black Friday sale. The code will be automatically applied when you check out. Okay, so you don't have to know what code it is, and it will just be applied at checkout. So I actually have bangs on this topper. You can see how wild this is. It was so humid. And that is one thing about the Burmese hair. It was wild. It was so cute though. It was so full. But like it was living its best life in the humidity. I just ordered and received the Breeze. I loved until I washed it. Uh-oh. See, this is what I'm saying. If you don't know, you don't know, right? So it does have it has this Burmese texture. You just don't have to know how to work with it. If you don't know, it's going to be a pain. So if you didn't see the styling demo, you can watch the replay of this, but I'm telling you, using the right products and the right technique, you can totally smooth it out again. Okay, so I don't have this one glued down. Normally I would glue this down, but I just want to show you, I did such a cute top knot with it at the beach. And again, I liked it because I wanted a little bit more density. Whoops, let me try that again. I pulled it all the way through. This is a 14-inch. Can you show me an ultra breathable lace topper in the blonde line? Thank you, Susie. Yes, I'm going to show you the Airy Elegance here in just a minute. I also have the Featherlight. Anyway, something like this, when it was glued down and I had a hat on, oh my gosh, it was so cute. And when it's glued down, it's super comfortable. I got my blondes peeking out here. You just want to make sure that you wear it a little bit loose, and it will hide everything and blend beautifully. It was seriously so cute. It looks a little wild right now, but okay. So this is the Breeze with the lace front. Again, another good ponytail topper, but it's going to have significantly more hair than the Airy Elegance. So let me show you the Featherlight. It's cute, right, Carlota? Because again, I need to wash it. It's got sea salt and all kinds of pool water and stuff in it. Like this poor thing needs washed. I really should have done that beforehand. I'm sorry. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, we're ready to go. I got everything ready to go. No, I don't. Okay, let me show you the Featherlight because this is the lightest weight topper. It is all lace, all hand-tied lace. And this one, if somebody is looking for a really, really light density, this one is great. Just know it must be glued down. How to care for the topper after a seaside trip, LOL. I'm gonna do a deep conditioning treatment on it because I haven't done one yet and I've worn it quite a bit. So I'm going to wash it with a gentle shampoo and then I'm going to do a deep conditioning treatment on it, like probably do like a hot oil treatment on it. And I like to do that with, I use like a tiny bit of coconut oil mixed in with like a silicone based conditioner and I put it in a plastic bag and I pour hot water over it and I let it just sit in that for like an hour. So that's usually what I do with a hot oil treatment and usually then it'll pop right back to life and I can style it like normal. Will closed lace breeze work for a receding hairline? So here's the difference between lace front and a closed lace. A closed lace requires that you blend a little bit of hair in the front. If you have a receding hairline where you want to lower your hairline, you're gonna want a lace front. Okay, the lace front is what will recreate that for you. I wish there was an easy way to remember that. This is the Featherlight. Wow, sounds good. Wish to know more details. Carlotta, another day I will do a deep conditioning treatment. That would be a great idea. So this is the Featherlight. It's all hand tied. This is super lightweight and super low density. Like, again, it is really hard to really show you how low the density is on this, but it is very low to the point that I would not want to wear this longer than my bio hair because you would see it. It wouldn't look good. But this one will recreate hairline for you. But again, it must be glued down. So if you have, and it's so funny. This is such a low density topper, but it is all hand tied. And so it has like more fluff to it at the root, especially. So it's a little misleading. It kind of looks like it has more hair than it actually does, but it is very light density. And once you get this glued down flat, it's crazy how this Swiss lace literally just hides, like completely disappears on your skin. But once you get that flat, this is another really good pony topper. It'll just give you a smaller pony, right? So ultra low density, but really needs to be glued down. I don't even know if this one would sit flat with just the halo wire. I haven't tried. But it's just so lightweight that it's going to be flappy if you don't glue it, right? I have the lace front breeze and I can't get it to stay glued down in the front. Gluing, there's definitely a learning curve to gluing, and I'm going to do that here in just a minute. So I'll show you what I do, but I know that it can be really frustrating in the beginning. You just have to be really patient with yourself until you figure out what works for you. Looks great, right? This is another awesome one, but it is going to have a little bit more fluff at the top because it's all hand tied. So that's kind of something to note, is how large is the hand tied area? Because if you have a lot of hair hand tied on a topper, it's usually going to have more fluff at the root, more volume at the root. And sometimes that translates to our eyes as like more hair. So even though this is a really low density, it's all hand tied. So that's like a large hand tied area. It's going to look a little bit fuller, but it's actually super lightweight. I hope that helps. When you say glue down, how do you glue it down? Do you actually put glue on your bio hair and how do you take it off? I'll show you. It's just a little bit of glue on your hairline. I'll show you here in just a minute. It's really not as scary as it sounds though, I promise. Okay, have I gone through all the toppers before I start gluing one down? Because once I glue it down, I can take it off for you, but then like, I'm not gonna be able to blend any more hair, really. So like I was gonna show you the hand tied versus wefting. So this on the Courtney, this is one of the reasons that Courtney is awesome if you don't like a ton of volume at the root. It does have a hand tied area and it's a mono top, but it's a smaller hand tied area. See, all of this is wefting. This is where the hair is sewn on in strips. like this. Okay, it's sewn on in strips, and this will make the hair lay flat to your head. Like you're not going to get volume at the root where the wefting is. Okay, so the more wefting you have, the flatter it's going to sit to your head, and it's not going to look as fluffy or as voluminous. So I think that's another reason that the Courtney is still a really good topper for a lot of starters. If you're looking for something a little bit on the larger size, but you don't want a ton of hair or like volume at the root, this one is actually a decent option because it has a smaller hand-tied area. I do not have the dark caramel color. I'm sorry, I don't have that one for you. Do you have any wigs to showcase? Carlotta, I don't, but I feel like I have one coming if I remember right. So maybe in the next one, I'll have a wig to show off. That'll be fun. Use double-sided tape, Big Liz. That's awesome. Yes, you can totally use double-sided tape with a lace front as well. So do you see like this one compared to that one I just had on? Isn't this wild? This one, it has a much larger cap. It has a higher density, but it has a smaller hand-tied area. So a lot of this hair, even though it's a lot more hair, and you can see it when I do a ponytail. Can you see the difference between this one and the Featherlight? Like it is actually a lot more hair, but it sits flatter to my head. So I don't have as much volume at the top. So it just really depends. Like it translates differently to the eye. Does that make sense? I saw someone use double-sided tape on a Uniwig and it looked really easy. Oh, awesome. Well, maybe I should just show you taping. I'm actually not great at taping though. Let me tell you, when you do a lace front, so when we talk about like a receding hairline, if your hairline is receding, I know I have a very high forehead, so it probably looks like my hairline is receding, but anytime I wear a topper too low, it looks so bizarre on me. It just changes my whole face shape. So I've always had a high forehead. So my hairline isn't technically receding. I just have a large forehead naturally. So when I glue or tape my topper, my lace front down, I'm going to show you in a minute, I actually like it right in front of my hairline. And that means that my bio hair is sometimes going to be getting in the way. So when I use tape, a lot of times it ends up in my bio hair and it's hard to remove and it doesn't work great for me. However, if my hairline was receding and I was trying to lower my hairline, I could absolutely tape it just like directly onto my skin pretty far away from my hairline and be safe. And that would make more sense for me. Does that make sense? Yes, Sassy Michelle, the double-sided tape got stuck to my hair and pulled some out. That's been my experience too. If you remove it correctly, you can get away with it, but I just feel like because I'm gluing and taping so close to my own hairline, I'd rather just use glue because it's more gentle on my bio hair. Crumbly seaweed. No idea where the screen name came from. That's so funny. This is the Moose Brown. This Courtney is the Moose Brown. Yes, I'm wearing the Courtney. Excuse me. Okay, shall we move into the gluing tutorial? Double-sided tape is definitely easier, but like I said, it's probably better suited for somebody whose hairline is receding and going back so that you can easily stick it on your skin and not get it caught in your hair. Okay, whoever was asking earlier to see a really lightweight topper, and I said I was going to get to it and I was going to glue it on. That's where we are in the live at this point. Okay, this is the Airy Elegance, but this is the one with the lace front. Remember, the closed lace is meant to blend with your bio hair. The lace front is meant to recreate a hairline for you. So like I was saying, if my bio hair line was receding and I wanted to lower it, I could easily tape this like on my forehead and not get it in my hair and I would be fine. But I look really weird with a low hairline because I've always had a high forehead. So I like to keep mine really close to my hairline, and that's why I think glue works better. Okay, shall we get started? Before I even put this on, and this is in the color Airy Elegance. That's the name of the topper. The color is Moose Brown. So before I get started though, I'm going to clean off my forehead because I have makeup on there and I have sweat and oil. Yes, the closed lace needs to sit behind your hairline, just slightly. You don't need a lot of hair at your hairline to blend the closed lace, but you do need a little bit. You do need a little bit. So I have got sweat and all kinds of stuff on my hairline. So, and makeup, I'm just going to clean it off a little bit. Oh no, I didn't bring, I'll have to grab some Q-tips, just a second. I'm just gonna clean this. This is just water. You can use micellar water. That also works really great. But you just don't want any oils on your skin, really. I pulled my hair off with tape. Yikes. Dude, I have seriously some horror stories of me trying to use tape. I just didn't know what I was doing. And again, my hairline, like I still have some hair here. So it was just made it way more difficult than it needed to be. I'm just grabbing some Q-tips. Because the glue I like to use is a water-soluble glue. So it comes off really easily when you need it to. It's called the Bold Hold Liquid Gold. So it's from the Hair Diagram. I love this glue. I would say it's like a strong daily hold. This isn't like a bonding glue. It's not like something that you would sleep in and it will last for days. That's not it. But it will last for the day normally if you do it right. Even if you're sweating, it still tends to, like for me, it still sticks decently well. And it will still come off with water. So I love this one. And it doesn't leave behind like a nasty residue. Does the Courtney Come style, the way you have it, is already pre-cut with layers? It does have some face framing layers, but I always have more layers cut into it. So, and when it comes, usually when they come, they're just straight. They're not really styled. Okay, now because again, I don't want my bio hair to get in the way. It drives me crazy when I'm trying to glue on a lace front and my bio hair is like all sticking in it. So I learned this trick from a friend, this bedhead like hair stick. It's just like wax. And I just use a little bit. I usually put it on my fingers. Or you can literally run it right through your hair. But I'm just kind of sticking all of my hair out of the way so it doesn't get caught in the glue. Just stay out of the way. That glue is amazing. Completely dissolves with the tiniest bit of water. It's so nice, right, Patty? I know. And I've used lots of different glues, but most of them will leave behind a residue, and that is a pain in the butt because then you have to like wash the lace. And so I will use a heavier duty glue if the occasion calls for it. But most of the time I just use this and it works great. Is it stronger than the Got To Be glue? Yes. It's stronger than the Got To Be, but without leaving a residue. It's literally the best of both worlds. Okay, so I've now slicked that out of the way because I don't want it on my hairline. I'm going to use a Q-tip and a little bit of this. Oh, let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to read all the comments and I'm missing them. I have a topper I love, but I have little hair in the front, so it's hard to blend and I never wear it. I hate it. Oh, well, here you go, Nancy. I hope that this helps. I missed the name of the glue you use. It's called Bold Hold Liquid Gold. The Hair Diagram, they sell it on their website and they also sell it on Amazon, I believe. So I'm going to take the Q-tip and I just like to twist it because I don't want to get like a bunch of cotton everywhere. So I just like to like twist it, make it smoother. And then maybe a little bit of glue on my hand. You could also just put it on the Q-tip, but if I put it on my hand, I have a little bit more control. Okay, now I want to do this in sections. This is the best way to do it. I'm going to put a little bit right here in the center. You don't want to use too much glue because if you use too much, it will just make a mess. But you need enough. So again, this is where the learning curve comes in, where you're just kind of learning as you go how much you need. And depending on where you're putting it, if you are putting this just like on your forehead and your hairline is receding, this is going to be so much easier. I really want it right on my hairline so that my face doesn't look different. So I have to like get really precise here. Okay, now that I have that on right in the middle, that's what I'm going to glue down first. And I'm going to use a rat tail comb to just kind of like push this down into that glue. So the lace, when you cut it, you leave it just like 1/4 of an inch or so longer than where the hair starts. And that is so that you have that clean lace to glue down. So I need a little bit more glue. It's always easier to add more than it is to like take it away if you have too much. right? And I'm only doing this little tiny section in the front first, and then I will move on to the sides. Now, I want to get it so that I'm going from the front back. Otherwise, I'm going to drag my bio hair into that, and I don't want to do that. So now I have enough hair on there, glue. I should be able to just kind of hold this down. The stick I put on my hair before the glue, it's just wax. It's just hair wax, but it comes on a stick and it's bedhead. Your hair looks adorable, slicked back. Tracy, you're so sweet. I always think I look ridiculous with my hair slicked back because of my large forehead, but here I am trying to keep it intact. It's so weird, right? I have really found that lace fronts can really change the shape of your face. And I think that throws a lot of people off. And that's one of the reasons that I think I struggled with wigs in the beginning, is because of the lace front was changing my face, like the shape of it. And it was weird. So just know, like, if you put a lace front on, it will change your hairline, and that can change the shape of your face. Diana, they do have some grays. I can't remember the name of it now off the top of my head. Does anyone remember the name of the gray they shared with us? It's the Courtney, but it's called something different because it's gray. Sylvia, thank you. You know what? You guys are on top of it. Thank you so much. It's called Sylvia. Diana, look at that one. Okay, this is pretty dry. I'm going to shoot it with just a tiny bit of heat to make sure. Okay. You could even do cold if you'd rather do like cold air. Just a little bit of air though to make sure it's completely dry. You don't want to move on to the next section until it is completely dry, okay? Now, I'm going to have like hair stuck. See that? Just don't mess with it yet, okay? We're going to fix all of that at the very end. I'm so overwhelmed with the choices. Lucid Grub, I know. It really feels overwhelming in the beginning, but just know that chances are you can actually make quite a few different pieces work. It's just a matter of getting what's right for your first one, okay? And if you missed some of this live, you can go back and watch the replay, but I literally go over all of the ones I have, which is a lot, and hopefully you can resonate with one of them and be like, that sounds like it's going to work for me. Okay. Nancy, yes, I agree. I feel like an imposter. You're talking about the different hairline. It really is bizarre. Okay, now I've done that section. Now I'm going to kind of just like go next to it, and I'm going to do this side here. And you really want to get it all the way to the edge of where the lace is, because you want the lace to sit completely flat all the way to the edge. Otherwise, you'll have a little bit of curling where that lace will kind of like curl up and you'll see it, and you don't want that. So you want the glue to go all the way to the edge, but just the tiniest amount, okay? Which should I choose, the lace front or closed lace one if I have a widow's peak? Thanks. Ooh, great. So most people with a widow's peak really struggle with a lace front. Unless, again, your widow's peak is so, like if you have a very high forehead, you could get away with a lace front, but again, it's going to change your hairline because you won't have a widow's peak anymore. So that can change a lot of how you look. I would say go with the closed lace, Catherine. That would be my pick for you. You can get like custom lace fronts that have widow's peaks and stuff, but like it's going to be really expensive. So can I glue down the closed lace breeze? I've already got this one. Catherine, it's really not going to look the same. The closed lace has a little bit of a seam on it at the hairline. So if you tried to glue that on your head, like it's not going to, especially if you're doing it in front of your hairline, it's going to be really noticeable. It's not going to look the same as a lace front. So I just unfortunately don't think that it's not going to recreate hairline for you. The only thing you could do though, is you could cut bangs into it. You could probably glue it. I just think it's not going to look good. So you could glue it if you needed to, or just cut bangs into it. That's what I would do. What brand of hairdryer do you use? It looks nice and lightweight. It really is. And it's like, it was not super expensive. I got it online, Tideway. It's probably like a knockoff brand of something else because I'm too cheap to spend so much money on hair tools. I think it was like $50. Tideway. Okay, I'm going to hit this again with a little bit of air. Is the hairline on Velora the same as the lace front you're showing now? I don't think so. I think the Velora is something that needs to be blended with your bio hair. I don't think it's a lace front. Just join. What one are you wearing? This is the Airy Elegance with the lace front. So it should be up on the screen. There's a closed lace and a lace front. This is the lace front. Okay, we're ready for the last section here. And remember, we're gonna fix all these little baby hairs. We're not leaving them like that. So I wanna make sure I pull out, I don't know why I have hair stuck under there, whoops. Okay. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is when you're gluing this down with your comb, right? Like I was doing with the end of my comb, you don't want to be pulling on the lace because then you'll get a puckering situation, which is really annoying. If you've ever tried to glue down a lace front and you're like pulling on the lace, you don't want to do that because you'll start to see ripples and it'll like, it just like this. I don't know if you can see, it'll like glue down just like rippled. You don't want that. So what I do is with this tail of this comb, I'm just like pushing down and out towards the edge of my hairline. So just like this. And it is glue. You got to let it dry as you go. But see, as I'm doing that, it's just getting more and more stuck. And then sometimes you'll have some extra lace over here that's like not on your skin. It's in your hairline. You just let that be. You know, just let that go. I'm gonna use a little bit more glue. But I really am using like this bottle of glue is gonna last me my entire lifetime because I barely have any on here. I just used to use too much glue and it's so messy and hard to clean up. So it's easier to add more if you need to than to start with too much. Is this similar to the 8.5 by 9 Breeze lace front? Yes, it's just smaller. It's actually identical to the Breeze. It's just smaller. So it's got less hair. The cap is a little smaller. I'm so glad you're showing this. I've looked all over for how to wear my lace topper and never used it. I'm excited to try that this weekend. Oh, good, Laura. I'm so glad. Don't get frustrated, okay? It really is like a learning curve and it's frustrating in the beginning. Believe me, I hated trying to glue a lace front, but I had help from a couple of people that wear them really regularly. And now I feel like in a good 10 minutes or so without talking and teaching, I can totally get it glued. And it works great. You're welcome, Modest Avocado. Did you guys create these screen names or are they just random, I wonder? Because somebody was like, I have no idea where mine came from. Okay, I'm going to blow dry this one real quick and then we'll clean it up. Lucid Grub, yours is random? That's so funny. I love them too. They are funny. Okay, I feel like this is pretty stuck. And now I don't even have any clips on right now. Like I haven't used any clips yet. So you really want to make sure it's really dry before you do the next step, okay? I'm going to go ahead and clip it in. You don't necessarily need to clip in the front ones, but I still do. And it's actually more comfortable once it's glued down because it's not going to shift at all. Just jumping in here, what adhesives are you using on the lace front? Okay, we're just about ready to clean it up here on the hairline because I know it looks crazy right now, but I'm using the Bold Hold Liquid Gold. Okay, this is my favorite, just like day-to-day glue. It comes off really easily with water, but it sticks really well all day. So, okay, now I've got it clipped in. Now we're gonna go in and clean it up a little bit. So if you have any extra glue like around your hairline, and you'll see it because it'll get crusty and white. I usually will just get a Q-tip wet and kind of clean it. Right now though, you don't want to get any water on the lace because then it'll come unstuck. So if you're going to clean it up, I'm talking about on your skin. I really don't need to because I went so light on the glue. I don't need to do that, but I do want to get these hairs unstuck because they look dumb. So you want to be really careful. You don't want to get the teeth stuck in the lace. You can rip the lace if you're not careful. So I do not sell this. No, Wigs does. I'm just demoing for y'all. So you can buy these. They're linked on the screen. They have like a card. You can just click. So this is the Airy Elegance lace front. So you want to hold the comb kind of like this, and I'm just scraping. Don't push too hard or you're going to get the teeth through the holes in the lace, and you don't want to do that. But I'm literally just like scraping the hair off of it. This is really hard to do in my phone because my skin is so blurred on this app. Not by choice, okay? But it's hard to see like where the lace is. Hold on, I think I have a little mirror. Okay. I am not poreless like I look on this screen, I promise. Here we go. Okay, so like right here, I've got some hair stuck. And here, you can see that excess glue? It's white and crusty. I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that real easy, okay? I know, is anybody like freaked out by having to do this? Because not everybody has to do this. And if you use the halo wire, your lace front will sit flat even without glue, okay? So you don't have to do this, especially if you're just getting started and you're like, I cannot see myself doing this ever. That's okay. This is just like an extra step to keep it really secure. And then I'm going to do an updo for you and show you how cute that is. Okay, so I've got most of this unstuck, and I'm just going to comb out some of the crusties, and then to get the rest off, again, I'm just going to spray my fingers with some water. Remember, I told you this doesn't leave a residue because I just run my wet fingers through this and it literally will just disappear and come off. How to increase topper crown height. Are you meaning like getting more volume at the root? Like getting more volume up here? Is that what you're meaning? Just blow drying it up and making sure you have the right kind of topper. A lace topper like this one, you can get some really good volume in the crown if you style it that way. So I just like would get the roots wet, use a hairdryer to kind of blow it in all directions, and you'll get really nice lift at the crown. I just bought the Breeze. This live has been really helped me make my decision. Thank you, Lacie. Oh, Jumpy Papaya. I'm so happy to hear it. Thank you. Thanks for being on. And okay, here we go. Something like this. It's because I blow dried this, so it's really stuck, but that's good. Okay, so I could always blow dry my hair now that it's dry and I got all the glue out. Okay. Now we're good, right? So that took me about 15 or so minutes, but with teaching, I'm telling you, you can do this in 10. Which, if we're being honest, is a lot faster than it was taking me to do my bio hair before toppers. So, okay. Now that we have it glued down and it's really secure, like it's not going anywhere, and the lace is sitting really flat, okay, now I'm going to do an updo because this is my favorite thing to do with this topper. It's such a good pony topper. You can do this with the Breeze as well, but just know the Breeze is going to have significantly more hair, right? This one, if you're just looking for a really natural ponytail, this is a really great one. Okay, if you want to do a high ponytail, this is how I start it. I will grab some hair right here at the crown, and this is kind of like my guide. And then I just use my fingers and start combing everything up to that. Okay. And you want to keep this loose, because if you go too, if you like slick it too much, it's a little harder to hide. So I really think a little bit looser of a ponytail looks better. Oh, did I miss your response to my earlier question? I had to step away and want to make sure. LOL. Patty, I think I missed it. So hit me with it again. I'm so sorry. I don't know how many times you've asked it at this point, but I don't think I've seen it. Sorry. Can you comb your hair all back without any part? Yes, you can. But I would actually style the topper that way before you put it on. Does that make sense? Before you glue it on, I would actually wet the root and blow dry everything backwards. And then absolutely you can do it without a part line. Now, if you're worried that, you know, like I told you that I've got like a little piece over here that's like kind of on my hair. It's not going to glue down. I just pull out a little bit of hair around my hairline and then it's hidden completely. The one I'm wearing is 16 inches. So I'm going to pull out a little hair there. This is my bio hair. I'm going to pull out a little here. I don't know. This is just my personal preference and how I style my updos. Oh, thank you. Looks amazing. It feels amazing. I've never had a ponytail like this in my life with my bio hair. Okay, then I'm just going to use a hair tie. If I can get one out. Here we go. Look at, have you guys ever seen this? I use carabiners to organize my hair ties. Hey, Kelly. Kelly's classy. Is it closet? Isn't it closet? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and secure it with a hair tie. How's it going? And again, I just kind of will pull it a little bit looser. Now, here is where you got to do all the like fine detailing, okay? Hold on, I think I need one more. Let me try this again. I need to do it one more time. Because my hair is pretty thin, even sometimes in the back or on the sides, I'll kind of see my scalp. So I'm going to show you how I literally just go around and loosen everything until you can't see my scalp. So here's my pony. I'm just going to pull little sections a little bit looser. Oops. See, like right here, it's like this little section is a little tighter. Just pull on them a little bit. And now let me get the sides and the back. So right here, like this isn't looking great. So let's just pull that down a little bit. You can also use like hair fibers. Okay, see like right here, somebody called this a zebra stripe. And I was like, oh, that's such a cute way to rename that. I hate it. I'm just gonna pull the hair a little looser right there and check it. It just fixes that little unwanted zebra stripe, right? And if I've got more zebra stripes, I can, again, just loosen them. Or the other thing I could do is just use like hair fibers or like a pressed powder kind of scalp concealer. Sometimes I'll do that, but my hair is so greasy right now. And maybe I put in a little scrunchie to zhuzh it up a little. You can't even see that it's a topper, right? I know. And never in my life have I ever had a ponytail that looks this decent, ever. I love it. As I get used to Burmese hair, I'm thinking about the Amber 6x6 in Chinese. What do you think? Patty, the Amber has a higher density on a smaller base. And for you, because I know of you personally, because you're in my group, I don't think you're going to love it. I'll be honest. I know that you don't love the Burmese hair, but I really think the Airy Elegance would be a better fit. If you can, I don't know, Wigs, is there any possible way people could custom order Chinese hair with an Airy Elegance? I'm just wondering if that's an option. Because the Amber is going to be, it's going to be more hair on a smaller base. Doesn't it ride up in the back when you let your bio hair down? Mine probably would. No. You mean like, I don't know what you mean, Keth. Do you mean when I have it up in a ponytail? Or do you mean when I wear everything down? Do you mean the halo wire? I'm sorry, I'm so confused. I was gonna show you a cute little top knot too, if you guys wanna do the top knot. So you go like this. This is my trick I learned on YouTube. So you're going to go like you're going to put the ponytail on. Okay, Uniwigs, yes, we can make custom orders for you. Please contact our customer service team, support@uniwigs.com. Patty, that would be my first. I would do a closed lace Airy Elegance and ask if you can get Chinese hair. That's what I would do personally for you. Okay, so then you're gonna push your hand through the back of this like this, and then you're gonna like swoop it towards the back. This looks way harder than it is, but then like grab onto your hair and pull the hair tie over. And then just like pull it through and it makes this cute little bun. Put some little bobby pins in it. And you've got this cute, okay, you mean the halo wire. Sorry, Kev, it took me a minute. I was like, I think they mean the halo wire. So yes, it does right up slightly sometimes when I have it down, but honestly, it's so easy. I literally just like stick my fingers behind my ears to pull it back down. And it's not, it's really like not a big deal. I don't know. And I do have a very flat head. So I think that most people would not struggle even as much as I do, but thanks, Lacie. Uniwigs, I will reach out now. Perfect, Patty. Of course, anytime, anytime. Going through all the colors, and I cannot decide on the lighter colors. This is where I get nervous and tap out every time. Okay, Hearty Peanut. Repeat after me. As long as it's not too dark, it's workable. Okay, if you're not afraid of taking it to a stylist, as long as it's not too dark, you can absolutely customize it. You guys, that's why blondes are like, I know they're hard because there are so many variations of blonde. It would be really impossible for any company to carry like all the variations and all of the, different levels and tones and amounts of highlights and lowlights. And it can get so complicated. So but the good news is they're basically like a blank canvas. So they're a really good place. It's a really good color to start with to get a custom color. So if you can find a stylist that can do it for you, then that's what I would do, honestly. Okay, we're almost out of time. Since I was a little bit late getting started, I'll keep going because I think I've got like 4 more minutes. Excuse me. Our custom piece is significantly more expensive. Could you tell us the approximate price for the change noted above, substituting Chinese hair, or what about decreasing the density? Humble Chips, I don't know if they would actually decrease the density because they're basically like every topper is designed with the density built into the design. So I think it would be more about like customizing the hair texture or the color. And I'm sure that varies widely depending on the topper. And so they probably would just have to give you a custom quote. I honestly don't know. I don't think they're going to be like crazy more expensive. But they are like non-returnable, I think. So Sassy Michelle, you like it? Thanks. Again, I like lived through my young mom life, my young mom years without being able to do the mom bun. I never had enough hair for a mom bun. So it's kind of fun to go back to that, I've done that before with a very expensive topper and it was a fail. Ooh, I'm so sorry. You're talking about customizing a blonde. Okay, that's when it comes down to getting the right stylist. I'm so sorry. That is a nightmare. And I don't have any like really good advice on finding the right stylist other than if you want to reach out to me, I know of a few that take mail-in orders. And I really believe that is safer than going to somebody that you're not sure you trust in person. So I know that there are some stylists who do mail-in orders all the time. I've sent plenty of clients to them and they do a great job. So yes, this is the Airy Elegance, Kelly. It is the lace front. You rock a mom bun. Thanks, Teresa. I really was like, the day I tried a mom bun for the first time with a glued down lace front, I was like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing. I get to do I rolled out of bed like this look, even though look how long it took me to do, but it's fine. Wigs, it really depends on different styles, colors, and lengths. Please feel free to reach out to us for a quote. Yep. From where you got the topper. This topper is from Wigs. So it's on the screen. It's the Airy Elegance lace front. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to show you how to take it off, right? Sure. Hearty Peanut, just if you email me at info@lacierodriguez.com, I can share a couple of stylists who do mail-in orders. That's what I would do. Okay, this is so easy to remove. We're going to do it in 1 minute. I just have a little bit of water. Okay, let's remember, this is totally stuck, right? Like I had it up, it's super flat. Watch this. I take a little water on a paper towel or a cloth, and I'm literally just like dabbing it on my hairline and kind of gently pulling and check it. And there's no like, you look great. Your eyes pop with that green too. Thank you. Me and my daughter went shopping today for her birthday, and I got this Old Navy. So thank you. Okay, look at that. You guys, it's like no residue. It just comes off. It's so nice. So try not to be terrified of gluing. Again, it takes some practice, so be patient with yourself, but it's my favorite for updos. It makes it so comfortable. You don't feel the pulling from the clips when you pull your hair up. And especially if you have a receding hairline, like gluing down a lace front still gives you the option of wearing a topper and having that lace stay flat and secure. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, I feel like I have like moved my paper in the background. Whoops. If you guys have any questions, reach out to Wigs. They're fantastic. Again, if you ordered during this live, you're entered for the drawing or 10 winners getting the Dyson straightener. So happy Black Friday to everybody. And thanks again for joining me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks you guys so much. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.